I'm assuming you read the disclaimer. If you haven't, please backtrack the video and watch it. And pause it and read it in its entirety. Ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to trading, gurus, people in my position, we love to share with you working examples, proof of concept, how much money we made. Because that is what lures you in. You see, the market and day traders, they're not a bunch of pigs. The majority of you guys, and I've been doing this for a long time, the majority of you guys just want to make a certain amount of money. Generally speaking, for the most part, 99% of traders I met would be happy making between $100 a day, where they would say I'm happy. $100 a day to 1,000 a day, anywhere in between. Some more leaning towards the lower end of that range, like $100, $200, $300 a day. Oh my God, I'm gold. I could pay my bills. I could take care of my family. You are mostly good people out there, but it's scumbag mother fathers out there who are coming out and trying to take advantage of this. Come to me, come to me, come to me. It's almost like the red light district. Not that I've ever been in Amsterdam, but we've all seen what happens there. They're portraying women in windows and they're all come over to me. Don't screw that woman, screw this one. Come here, please. That's what the trading world is. That's what these gurus are. They spread their legs and they say, "Look at my P&L. Look, look at my strategy. I'll show you 20 examples that work. I'll show you my P&L. It works. Look at my numbers. You don't think you can make money playing basketball? My name is LeBron James. Look at my salary. What do you have to say now? I want, man, if I could even make 10% of that, LeBron James, I'd be set for life." How about, why don't we start over again? Why don't we start this relationship from the beginning? How about I don't cherry pick shit? I show you a strategy which I presented to you over the weekend, and we go over it. And it either works or it doesn't work. Either way, I don't give a shit. I'm not here to pitch you. I'm here to try to give you free value. And I'm either going to be able to accomplish that or I won't be able to accomplish that. One of those two things will happen. So again, I'm not going to sit here and cherry pick examples of my trades working. We're going to do it the old fashioned way. We're going to talk about the 9 names I was watching this morning. Little companies, you might have never heard of them because I'm a scumbag. So I'm trying to like get you involved in names like that. Sound like if you say that, like, what the hell is that company? That's what I'm aiming for here. So we're going to go over Tesla, Amazon, Alibaba, Boeing, Square, Facebook, Nvidia, spiders, and triple Qs. Yes, all of them billions and billions and billions and billions, some of them trillions worth of market capitalization. By some of them, I think only Amazon there would be worth over a trillion. Hundreds of billions for the most part. Fair enough. Okay, good. Let's move on. We're going to look at these names and we're going to see if the strategy worked. If you're unfamiliar of the VWAP strategy, which I will be demonstrating tonight, kindly look. There's a link in the description. It's Newsbeat show number 737. You might be sitting there saying, where the F is 738? I don't always do these videos. Okay. So here we go. Let's get to it. We're going to show you again the one chart. We only have a VWAP up. It's a standard VWAP. We'll show you if you watch Newsbeat Show 737, link in the description for the free information on how to do the strategy. We're basically looking for some very, very simple things. We want one, to see on a 5-minute chart where the VWAP closes. Okay, so Caterpillar was not one of my examples today. On the 5 minute, we're looking at the 5 minute chart for today, but we'll start off with Tesla. And if you're wondering where I'm picking the names, these names were given to the Newsbeat Live members 8:48 a.m. Eastern Standard Time today, March 19, 2021, in the morning. Okay, so we're going to go over the 9 names on my 9 charts just to keep it fair. So what are we looking for? We're looking for very simple scalps. We're looking to grow our accounts. We're looking to lock in money. We're looking to turn around to our loved ones, say, "Look, sweetheart. Look, honey bunny. Look, home slice, piece of pie, cookies and cake. I can support us through this trading because I don't need to follow all the complex bullshit out there. Honey, I know I gave $10,000 to that scam ass guru who said he was going to mentor me, and all he did was unload 300 pieces of information on top of my head like a ton of bricks. I listened to it all, and I didn't know shit about applying it. And when I actually thought I did and applied it, that's where I lost the money. But here's this crazy Melnick guy. He's a little vulgar. He's a little rough around the edges, but I think he really cares about me, baby. I don't know. He's coming on. He's not coming here trying to pitch his product every 2 seconds. He does tell me once every video that there are links in the description if they do want to join T3 Live's #1 trading room in terms of size matters and consistency matters. Okay? So we're going to go through it, and that's the last time you'll hear it. Here is Tesla. Here is Tesla. So what are the rules? We're going to even write them down for you again. It's very simple rules. I'm going to even try to make it simpler. Why? The rules are in the last video. I could just say, go watch it, but I want this to resonate with you. I want to help you make money. All right, one, first 5 minute VWAP closes above first 5 minute candlestick closes. If it closed above the VWAP, you're going long or you're buying. If it closed below the VWAP, you are going short or you're selling. Okay. The next time a VWAP tests, wait for the bar to close. Go long through the next test of a 5 minute high if you're going long, or we'll call it 5A and 5B, depending on if you're going long or short based on steps 2 or 3, or go short through, I said text, through the test of a 5 minute low. Log off your system afterwards. Take the money. Only works the first time. Now, don't underestimate, as I always say, step 6 here, because logging off is how you lock in the money. I'm trying to help you be green. I'm trying to help build up your confidence. It doesn't matter if I give you the best shit in the world. If you're going to sit there and you're unconfident and you're this and you're down and your account's beat up, you're going to feel like shit. And you know what? You have every reason to. I'm understanding that, accepting that, trying to put myself in your shoes and trying to help you overcome it and grow through it. No matter what I tell you psychologically, no matter all the books you read, no matter what you do, if at the end of the day you are continuing to lose money consistently, it doesn't matter what I tell you, okay? I get that. Most people in my position don't get that. We come from a position where our noses are always up in the air because we have to breathe the air that's a little higher up. We think it smells a little sweeter. Okay, so let's see. Let's go see the strategies right now. We're going to take you to Tesla, and I'm sure some of them are going to fail, and I want them to. So here, I took a little screenshot of today in Tesla. All right, so here's the first test, and I'm going to just draw out some of them for you, and then I'll breeze through it. Again, the more examples. So here's step one. We closed above. We closed above the V up. What is the V up? It's this orange line. So look, here is the orange line on that first candlestick, right? This candlestick doesn't matter that it's green or red. The stock gapped up and it closed above it. Okay. So here we have step one, right? Next, we need to wait for the VWAP to test. That very coincidentally happens, and this again is a 5-minute chart right over here. That is step two. Then we're looking to go long the next time the top of a prior 5-minute bar breaks. And the next time that happens, ladies and gentlemen, happens to be right over here. Right over there, if you can see, when this top line breaks. So after a test here, this line didn't break this line. Now this line needs to break, and it happens literally on this candlestick right over there. Okay? So what could have you really done on that? I'm not going to tell you if you would have made or lost money. I'll tell you for me, the stock moved, the stock moved through the trigger $1.86. Now you might say, Mark, it's Tesla. That stock moves like psychopath, like a psychopath that moves. $1.86. Right. I know it does. You can apply this to other names. I'm not cherry picking the names. $1.86 for me in Tesla is a very easy 40, 50, 60 cent gain in the options. I take common stock, I might make 75 cents, 60 cents. I'm making it up. I don't know. But for me, that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the stock to go through, pop up a little, and sell it. I'm not holding it until it runs up. I'm not holding it as it's running down against me. Pretty much, here's my mentality. After I buy it, I'm holding it for 20 or less seconds. And I know that sounds like, oh my God, how am I going to make, some of you are coming with accounts that are so beaten up. How the F are you going to make back all that money you lost with these little trades? The intelligent way is my answer. Intelligent way is how you are supposed to trade. If you feel this method is the intelligent way for you, God bless you. It's there for free. I have several other strategies that I do. Truth be told, I didn't even apply this strategy today. I was applying other strategies effectively. Okay. Next stock on our list, and I know I handle the big boys because I'm not a shithead scammer who is always flashing you a P&L every single day while giving you, 3 dozen long names and 3 dozen short names, which, a bunch will work and a bunch will fail in any environment. So hopefully I could pick some people out of the crowd who think, I'm more intelligent than I am. I won't be that person, but at the same time, I will help you succeed. First Amazon VWAP right here. Here's Amazon on the 5-minute. This is the first 5-minute bar of the day here, not here. Just so we're clear, here's the 9:30 to 9:35 a.m. 5-minute bar. We're using Eastern Standard Time for those people joining us around the world. Very simple. It tests here on the first bar. It closes above the VWAP, and literally on the next candle you go long. I know. What's the big deal about an $8.64 move just short of $9 move in Amazon? Well, a $9 move in Amazon, even with micro-sized accounts, you can play these things. Yes, Amazon is not an easy name to play for a lot of people. I get it. And I'm going to show you more examples. There's BABA, there's the triple Qs, there's tighter names in which you could trade. And if you have a cash account, There's options available. Know your option risk. Know what you're risking every time. I'm not telling you to do this. I'm just trying to show you that no matter what you learn, no matter where you are, you can always just rinse the slate clean and say, I'm going to start right here and try to start building from something. I know some of you have dug yourself in a real big hole. Some of you are disgusted. You really want this job to work. This is why I'm here. I'm here for you. That's why I'm doing this here. No, I won't tell you how to join the service. I only told you how to do it one time through the video, and I did it earlier, right? See, not pitching you. I don't even care if you want to have a beer with me. You don't want to slam the like button on this video because for whatever reason, don't. That's okay too. Yeah, it's all right. But just understand my intentions. So yes, on a 9 point move in Amazon, 8 to 9 point move, 8.5, $8.60 whatever cents. Yes, an option can move $3, $4 potentially on an 8 point move like that. For me personally, I would be happy catching $2 on a move like this. Pops up. I don't even care if I catch $1. I don't care if I catch 50 cents. The point is in trading, see, people, one of the biggest problems they have in trading is they come out with a certain number that they have to make. I need to make $500 a day, 200 a day, 1,000 a day, 700 a day. The problem with that is you're putting a negative psychological factor on top of yourself where you're going to end up forcing trades to achieve that goal. As opposed to saying, I'm just going to trade smart today, you're coming out saying, I need to make a certain amount of money. And you might argue with me, well, Mark, my bills don't really give a shit if I'm just trying to trade smart if I don't have the money to pay them. Well, that might be true. My thought is the only way that you can psychologically get to the point where you're making a lot of money, way more than to pay your bills, is to focus on the intelligence of the trade, not to try to focus on the money. That's why when people say when they buy something, you're looking for a 2 to 1, 3 to 1, 4 to 1 risk reward, and all you have to do is bat 50-50 in your gold, I mean, that's a scam. That's a scam because most people cannot do that. And most trades that they share with you and most in the entire education, you might say, well, how do I find these trades? Join my service, take my education, take my mentorship, take my scammy meetup group that we meet in a Starbucks and, you know, we all wear our wool hats in the summer and long pants and, shirts and, try to shower as infrequently as possible. That's also the key to hang out in that group. If you smell good, you're out. Like, you don't need all this nonsense in order to succeed. Okay? You don't. Now, yes, I apply a bunch of strategies that are simple like this, but I'm sharing with you one. And if you give me a chance, maybe I'll give maybe I'll give you two. And if you want to hang out with me, maybe I'll do three. And if you still want more, I'll give you four. It's not a big difference. I mean, I don't know if that's like more Dr. Seuss related. I don't know if I'm allowed to say Dr. Seuss's name or something. I know people like he said honey. I think he said Dr. Seuss. That Melnick is a jerk. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say that, but um, yeah, I read Dr. Seuss books, and I really don't give a shit if he's around or not, but I'll talk about him. I enjoyed them. Okay. Anyway, yes, Amazon can work with an 8.5 point move. Moving on is, did I put Neo on my list? No, I didn't. Next one was Baba Boeing Square Facebook. Baba Boeing Square Facebook. Baba. All right. Here's Alibaba. 5 minute chart. That was March 19th. And just keep in mind, like, I don't know if these worked or not. Like, I'm finding out with you in real time if these trades work. So, the thing with Baba is you notice it closed right over here. It closed right below this orange line on the first 5 minute bar. So, we're going short Baba. So the short in Baba would have came right over here through 236.24, and the stock would have fell 28.52 cents. 52 cents. And that would have been your trade in Alibaba. And just keep in mind, I'm not cherry picking what you should have done. I'm not coming to you and looking at a stock that kept plummeting and saying, oh, you should have. I'm talking about the first candlestick every time. You're in and out in one candle. I'm not sitting here playing with your emotions saying, oh, well, you short over here at the bottom of this candle and you put your stop all the way on top and you calculate how many shares you need to do to lose your little dollars. But if you're right, you need to make 1,000. I'm not. No, that's no. It's not. No, no. You're shorting it through the trigger. If you're following the methodology, try it on paper, practice it, and you're covering. Maybe you made a dime, 20 cents. Keep in mind, I'm not saying you're making the 50 cents. You might say, well, what is a dime or 20 cents going to do for me? I don't know. A lot more for you than having a losing day is going to do for you. Wait, actually, did I look up the wrong names? Did I look up the wrong names, guys? I did. I did look up the wrong names. I was looking at March 19th. That's okay. We'll have more names. I clicked the wrong ones. That's all right. Yeah, I thought I had Neo on my list. Nonetheless, we still went over Tesla and Amazon. But let's go over, forget about Baba. Let's take that off. This one was actually, I accidentally clicked the tweet from last week because I do them on last Friday because I do them every day. Here's March 22nd. My bad. So I'm going to go over Neo, Facebook, Baidu, Roku, and NVIDIA. Fair enough. Multi-billion dollar companies. Okay. Neo, gaps up, closes above. You're going long through 43.89. Stock goes through 44.02. Goes up a little, only 13 cents, and pulls back. Here would be an example of one that even if you could have made money, I would consider this here the first real failure. Because honestly, a 13-cent move in Neo is 13 cents before ripping against you. And by ripping, I'm not talking about this red bar here. Again, I'm remaining consistent. It's only this one bar. So look, you have the first bar here, closes above the orange line. Orange line test. You're looking to go long the next time the top of any prior candle breaks. And it happens right over here, right on this tail. It literally is happening right over here. It literally breaks through. I would consider this one a failure. I would say Tesla and Amazon worked. I would call this one a failure. Yes, I know it's possible you could have made money if you scalped out quick. I get it, but no. Okay. Facebook, the next one. All right. Facebook closed above, right over here. This is the first 5-minute bar of Facebook. It closed right over here, which is above this orange line. It also tested it, tested again, tested again. Look at this trade right here. Home run. 288.41 to 289.84. Literally face, and again, look, I'm not full of shit. I'm not saying you could have held it another 5 minutes and made another $4 and change. I'm not saying that. Maybe you could. I can't. I'd be happier than a pig in his own fecal matter if this happened. Pigs really happy in their own shit. I don't know. Maybe. Anyway, 288.41 breaks right here. The stock explodes at $1.43, making it up. Yes, I believe I can make you. Again, you'd be making up too. What do you think you could do if your goal was to buy Facebook right over here on this green bar as it's breaking up this level, and this level being the top of this red bar right here? How much do you think you could make? Because in 10 minutes, it went from 288.41 to 293.98. Facebook, worth hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of billions of dollars. Facebook. Not little shit name, not little scammy guru name, not little princess flashing P&L, giving bullshit mentorships, having a meetup group outside of Whole Foods markets. Not that person. Right over here. Just this one bar. I'm not saying this bar. I'm showing, yes, it could have happened. No, I don't care. Just this bar right here. This makes your week. This trade like that can make your week. You could have a little cute prop account over at T3. They could give you the leverage. You like trading common stock. You could put up a little bit of money. You could get some, leverage. Maybe you go prop. And guess what? You hammer the shit out of it. T3 even has what is that? The road to funding. Show T3 that you could do this shit, and I have a feeling they're gonna be smiling from ass cheek to ass cheek about your results, and so will you, and so will your loved ones. That's my opinion, but I don't make up those rules. I have nothing to do with that part of T3, but take a look at it. Maybe they'll even fund you for some shit like this. Because I'm telling you, if I had a funded account at T3, which I don't trade T3's money. But if I did, giving me quarter million, half a million, million in buying power, cool. I have half a million buying power. I'm going to slam the shit out of some Facebook shares. I'm going to hold it for 30 seconds or so, make my little 50 cents. Yeah, I'm not saying you made $1.50 here. I'm not saying that. I'm saying you make your 40, 50, 60 cents. Out. Out. Done. See you tomorrow, guys. That's Facebook. Next one on my list is Baidu, Roku, and then NVIDIA. So far, I would say, just using my opinions, it's just my opinions, Tesla and Amazon and Facebook worked, while NEO would have been a suck trade. All right. After Facebook, we have Baidu. All right. Baidu closes, this was yesterday. Baidu closes above the bar here today. These Chinese names are weird, right? Baidu closes above the VWAP. You're looking for the next break of a prior top, and it happens right over here. Okay, I'll even paint this one out for you. And you tell me if you like it or not. There's no right or wrong. There's no this trade worked or failed. And I know some people like to hear that because if you risk one to make two, like every scam artist tries to show you in the industry and tries to act original, it just no. I call them scam artists because they use the same old effing bullshit and 98% of their members fail. That's why I'm calling it BS. I'm not saying nobody can do it. It's like me coming to you and saying you could spin in the air 17 times and dunk a basketball. And then all of you can't do it. And I say, well, look at LeBron and Michael Jordan over there. You're like, oh, Mark's right. They can do that. Here's the top of a 5 minute. Here's the top of a 5 minute. Doesn't break, doesn't break. Here's the top of a 5 minute, breaks right over here. So on this green candle, you'd be buying through the top here. Very, very simple strategy. It went from 259.42 through 260.18. That's a successful trade for me because when I buy through 250, when I buy a thicker name like Baidu, and I'm looking for it to go through 259.42, and it's going up through the level after I buy and I see my P&L going up a little and it's going up. I want it to break the whole number. That's part of my methodologies. So for me, the fact that you broke 260 here was key for me making money in this trade. Now again, I didn't take this trade. I'm hypothetically speaking. But I'm showing you what is possible with literally throwing everything I don't want to say out the window, but putting everything on the back burner for the time being in the current environment, understanding that strategies change, strategies evolve. You can't apply the same stuff in every single market environment and expect similar results. The stuff that they don't tell you on Wall Street because it's bad for business. They'd rather just flash you a P&L and L and then say, do this strategy. If you don't believe me that it doesn't work in every environment, look at my P&L. If you're still drinking that Kool-Aid, I can't help you, but I'll go to sleep knowing that I tried to make your life better. So Baidu for me would have worked. Roku, first 5 minute closes above, second one hits. Next one breaks by a little, breaks 27-cent move in Roku, and then pulls back. This is one I would have failed on. This is one I would have failed on, straight up. Now you could look at it over here and say it just blipped a little and then pulled back and then really took off, sure. But I'm not trying to sugarcoat anything. Yeah, this one would have worked, but it actually blipped here. This is a failing trade in Roku if you tried this strategy. But again, you're not sitting there writing it down. You might be looking like, oh my God, look how much it went down. You're not doing that. That's my whole point. You're not writing it to the top of the green bars. You're not writing it to the red. You buy it, it triggers, it goes through a little, then it starts going down. Flip it the bird. You're out. That's it. You're done. Perfect example of a losing trade because this 5 minute bar went slightly above. See, I told you I'd find losing trades. NVIDIA opens above. Excuse me, first 5 minute bar closes above. It tests right here for the first time. Now you're looking for the next breakout. Happens right over here. Goes 519.30. Goes to $520.68. Again, I'm not going to paint you a picture. Like, what if I left a little runner? There are a lot of people who do that. That's fine. You want to write it, and there's a lot of people who catch a lot of points that way. I get it. I'm going to stay consistent with what I said right over here. Just one bar. One bar. Everybody knows the rules. One scalp. Here we go. Right over here goes through 519.30, gets to 520.68. Goes right through that 520 whole number. That's how I know I'm going to make money. Because I'm buying it early. It's running up to the whole number, explodes to the whole number. My P&L is going to be like, wow, that looks nice. I'm out. And you know what I'm not saying if I did a trade like that, which I didn't do this trade today. As I said, I didn't do any of these trades. I wouldn't give a shit about this move here. You might be looking and be like, oh my God, can you imagine if you sold over here? Look at what Nvidia did, Mark. It went through that 519.30 level, went all the way to $535 here. Mark, that would have been a home run if you held it. I don't care. You know why? Because I don't want to take, comparatively to size, I don't want to take a big shit on your face loss. And guess what? At the same time, I don't have to have one big knock it out of the park home run either. You know what? I like a lot of singles, singles. Oh, I hit a strike. That's okay. Singles. And you add up all the singles, you could get these larger numbers. See, when I look at my when I look at a P&L, which for myself and which I consider large, which large P&L for me nowadays would, again, I don't want to flaunt numbers. It would be in the five. It would be probably in the mid five-figure range for like a large P&L for me. Like, I would say if I got a P&L, I'd be like, yeah, that's a large P&L. Those P&Ls are never a result of one trade. They're not. They're a result of lots of singles, doubles, maybe one smaller home run comparatively to the entire thing. Take some losses, take some wins, try to win more than I'm losing, build up the account intelligently with a bunch of small trades. That's how I roll. That's how I roll. Because I know that's what produces consistency for myself and based on what I see around me for others in the long run. That's what works. Okay. So, so, somebody's like, I needed to hear that. I sold it at 522. Yeah. Let's look at the triple Qs. Another really small name here. I don't think people have heard of this one. It's NASDAQ 100. It's whatever. Um, right over here, first 5 minute bar, gaps up, hits it right over here. The VWAP right over here, hits it. You're waiting for the next 5 minute breakout. Happens right over here. The Qs go from 316.52 to 317.35 in 5 minutes. That's a slam out of the park candlestick for the triple Qs. And again, I'm not insinuating that you bought it here and held it all the way here. Maybe you did, maybe you didn't. I'm only talking about this one candle over here. If you tried my strategy. Spiders, another little name that people haven't heard of. You see, This one is interesting because if you have to like look real closely. And if you look real closely, you'll see the top of this green bar right here is actually slightly above the VWAP. I'll prove it to you. I'll just take a screenshot. And yeah, a lot of times, if I ran into a situation like that where I have to say, huh, is it above or below? I just wouldn't trade this one. But just for the sakes of the fact that I said we're going to go over everything, I'm going to zoom in and show you. You can see right over here that the green bar is just slightly above where that orange bar went through. You see where it closed right over there? You see that? You see where it's like you see where it's closing like right over here? See that? See how it's just slightly above? Okay. So it's just slightly above, so we're going long is the point I'm making. Okay. So back over here, 5 minute on the spiders closes above. Test goes right through the first test, pops up, pops up right through 390.56. Look at that. Bang. Quick scalp, easy. You wanted to hold for the next one because some people like ignoring the first bar and only going by the second bar. Even better. Bang. Right here on the spiders. Nice 5 minute breakout. Out of the 9 names I showed you, in my humble opinion, 7 out of 9 of them worked. 7 out of 9 of them worked. And of course, 7 divided by 9 gives you 77% hit rate, which is well above the 70% in which I look for. I know trading, sometimes the problem with trading are traders get too addicted to certain strategies that they want to work, but they're just not working in the current environment. A lot of people learn too much. Yes, there is a certain thing as too much information. They call it TMI. That is a very big problem in trading. There's TMI, which is too much information, and there's TMS, which is too many stocks, where somebody is like, I like these shit ton names long and shit ton names short, and look at the positions I'm holding. I'm holding, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 long trades and 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 short trades. And look, you want to be that person? Good effing luck. I will tell you that less than, in my opinion, from what I could see, less than 100th of 1% of traders can do that effectively. I got news for you. I'm not one of those traders. I've been trading 22 years. I'm not one of those traders. I cannot do that. I don't understand how people do that. When I'm talking this strategy, it's as low stress as humanly possible. You're taking a trade, you're exiting very quickly. You're coming in with zero in the morning. You're walking out with zero in the morning, in minutes after you open up a trade, seconds at times. What I have realized in the market and what I don't understand because traders like to get mathematical. Again, the biggest scam being the 2 to 1, 3 to 1, 4 to 1 risk reward in your favor. If you're wondering why I'm calling it a scam, read Common and Tversky's loss aversion principle, where they basically say that the losing trades do a lot more damage to you than your winning trades. In fact, they classify it as a losing trade will do 2.5 times more damage to you than a winning trade. So winning often is more important than almost anything when it comes to the market for psychological health and survival. So if all these strategies work, again, nobody likes to bring it up. Why do 98% of people who follow these gurus who trade, why do they fail? Why do they fail? And that's a question that nobody likes to bring up. I know it's like the 800-ton octopus, giant squid in the corner that nobody wants to talk about. It's there. Everyone knows it's there. But if you put on your blinders and you go like this, you don't see it. You don't need complex strategies. In fact, as members of this room, I give you free, current, up to date, easy to follow, easy to use, easy to execute strategies that I do not charge you extra for. I would rather, you see, you want to know the difference? I would rather have somebody here succeed, find something, believe in what I'm doing, and know that they have somebody fighting for them to bring them all this free education and sign up with my service for another year rather than try to get you for as much money as you can at the door and whatever happens, happens. Because that's the business model, ladies and gentlemen. If you didn't realize, that's Wall Street's business model. They'll hit you as hard as you can up at the door, and they know 98% of you are going to drown. Do they give a shit? They want you to succeed because then you'll buy and you'll continue with more services and product, but they're not invested in your success. Do you get that? We're invested at walking you through the door and getting you one foot inside the door. After that, you're on your own. I don't believe that. I believe that people in a service should constantly be looked after, catered for, talked to, have questions answered, Q&A, new strategies, share strategies, strategies that others use that are better than mine for a certain situation or a certain environment. Let's have that discussion. Let's see what people are doing well. Let's work together as a team. And unless you're really signed up for something like that, I have found through tons of experience that your chances of success will drop dramatically. Keep in mind, everybody who joins these services are generally good people who just want to support themselves and their families. That's all it is. That's all it is. That's all you traders really are. And that to me is something that is always worth fighting for. I hope you guys enjoyed this Newsbeat show. Happy trading, make money. I'll see you guys tomorrow on the Newsbeat live trading.